That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Inside, it's Craig. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road, bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
The Wildcats come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Pulls it in. It's Richardson.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Dropping back, it's Fafita. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Offense in a bunch formation. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Michael Hawkins. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cook. Past the 30. Caught, and he's got room. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And that play works because the QB did an unbelievable job. He's going through his progressions. He's sitting in the pocket, and he sees, man, a lot of space out to his right. I get the ball to my playmaker, and he does the rest. This is what's so fun about him. He's going to make the catch. He's going to make people miss, use his speed to make big plays.
They'll run it. It's Cook. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to the well. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Calls his own number. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Craig.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
And the Wildcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. So after getting nabbed for holding, it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Buying some time as he moves left. That's reeled in. It's Jordan. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Running inside. It's Craig. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Got his man. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Might be calling a hot route. Handoff to the lone back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Craig. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Motion from the wide receiver. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. He'll try it again. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. The Mountaineers want to move quickly. From the gun on third down, Hawkins. He's got the back in the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And defensively on third down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle them, and you got to get them to the ground. And that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the fourth down.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, Hawkins. Outstanding tackle to keep him from getting the first down, and they'll get it back. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside. Take advantage of it to make big plays.
And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Makes the grab on the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Past the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, West Virginia. Took it all the way back to the house.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Caught in the backfield, it's Craig. Powers through the defender. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Back to pass, it's Fafita. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quick completion on the out route. Snags it and he's open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Arizona.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown. touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wide receiver going in motion. Finding an escape route. Makes it past the marker. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole? As opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Safe completion on the screen. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Maybe a double pass. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Stanford Cardinal. And it's the Fighting Irish with a real chance to make this a memorable season. A 7th straight victory following everything that happened last year would put the rest of the sport on notice. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. It past the marker. He's loose. He's at the 40. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Throwing, Hawkins. Makes the catch. It's Cook. Oh, he's got some space. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
On the move. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And this guy's been a weapon throughout the season, man. You've seen him, the ability to throw the football and make plays, but also, just like on this play, man, with his legs, he's going to make you honor them. So he's got that dual threat ability, putting a good season together, man. Inching closer to that 1,000-yard rush mark, that's a big feat for a QB.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Got it behind the line. It's sacked. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. This is a designed run. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. They pick up a 5.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Dropping back, it's Fafita. The quick out. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. On the ground, it's Craig. There's some room. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Man, how about this offense? A little counter, a little misdirection. Get everybody's eyes going one direction. They go back the other way. Nice execution by the offense to make the big running play down the field.
Arizona comes out with another first down. This time he wants to throw. Looking for the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Ready, go. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it on the run. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Scanning the field, it's Fafita. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
They go play action with Hawkins. Now sliding to his left. Keeps it and gets the first down. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He's going to run it. Oh, it's a fumble. And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Hawkins. Grabbed over the middle. It's Francis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
To the air, it's Hawkins. They go to the wide receiver screen. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. He'll try to do it himself. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He is in! Touchdown, Mountaineers! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with an electrifying 45-yard run to the house. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese
gonna take a shot. Makes the grab down the left side. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Quickly complete. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the run, it's Craig. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Arizona. The Wildcats are right back on top.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Michael Hawkins. Pulls it in, it's Francis. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion,
Could be an alley. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And the Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Throwing, Hawkins. He's got him in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Wildcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Here comes the noise. Is this crowd doing everything they can to help the defense bear down on 3rd down? Now here's Hawkins. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to pass. It's Fafita. He's got him.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the 1st down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the 1st down.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
Here we go, ready, go. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game, but it all comes down to this play right here.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. That timeout taken by the Wildcats is their final one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looks as if he's going to run it. There's a crease. The 30. The 20, inside the 10, and he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
They'll line up to go for 2. Hawkins makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Fafita. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Looks as if Arizona will have enough to move the chains. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0.